help, Heather. I'm having all of these sabotaging thoughts that just keep playing over and over again in my head, and I don't know how to turn it off. All right, so I got to share something with you. This actually made me laugh out loud. I hired a coach last month to help me with my strength training goals, and to help me with my form and get even better and make progress. Well, I had this weird experience where after I had agreed to work with her, I actually had the old thought pop in my head: before you start working with her, you need to have a big celebratory meal, right? That kind of, before you make this weight loss / health commitment, you've got to go and have the Last Supper. You know, you thought I'm talking about? And I had that every single time I signed up at Weight Watchers. I had that every single time I started a new diet program. Joel and I, we would plan it out, man. We'd be going to all the places the day before, eating all the food. And I have not had that thought, I swear to you, in probably 5 or more years. And I actually, as the thought went through my mind, laughed out loud. I go, seriously? Like, where did that come from? Because our thoughts, even though we don't realize it, right? A lot of these thoughts are so automatic. They're so conditioned in us. We have one small trigger. We decide to make some kind of an improvement, or we choose to do something, and it brings back sometimes these old thoughts. I say that play like a record in our head. So instead of me listening to that thought and actually doing what it said, what I did is I laughed out loud and I said, seriously, are we really doing that? I addressed it directly. Okay, spoke back to the thought, spoke back to the idea. And then I had another funny moment where I said, and what, pray tell, is going to be this meal? I already eat the food I like. I make an ice cream smoothie every night. I make my own homemade pizzas whenever I want. I'm not craving anything. So it was funny because for 2 reasons. One, I hadn't had the thought in so long. And 2, the person I am now doesn't get as excited about that idea because, in all honesty, I eat the foods I like now. And I don't see there being a separation between weight loss and the foods that I enjoy. But at one point in my life, I did. But these thoughts don't just go away. A lot of times I hear clients say to me, Heather, I just get so frustrated because I have these thoughts in my head that are not supporting my goals, and I don't understand why they won't go away. Because they're not going to go away. Let go of that dream, baby. You know what I mean? Let go of the dream that they're going to just disappear. Assume they will be there. Assume they're going to catch you off guard 10 years later and be like making an appearance, and that you need to address it differently. It's not the problem that you had the thought. What can be the problem is if you listen to the thought, you believe what the thought is telling you, and you act on it. That's where the problem occurs. So don't assume your mind is conditioned under certain trigger points to do and say certain things. It's your responsibility to be self-aware about that, respond accordingly, and know that just because that thought fluttered through your mind doesn't make it the right thought for the moment. It just means it played like a record. That's what I would encourage you to think about it. And again, like me, laugh at it, address it directly, talk yourself through it. Just because it came from your head doesn't mean it's a logical, well-rationed thought. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you soon.